This is Soy,
And this is Dayra.
and you're listening to Hair and Whatever.
Unfiltered salon talk. Hey, y'all.
What's up? What's up?
Soy and Dayra here from Hair and Whatever. And today we have a special guest in the building. Soy and Dayra.
It's just us today, guys.
Just us. Y'all here with us. The one and only. So what we talking about, Soy?
So we're talking about damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Oh,
Do my
she
damn
knows.
daughter's hair.
She know today.
Yeah. Had a little bit of experience behind this subject matter. And we're talking about, I forgot what the whatever is. What is the whatever? Just that quick.
Can you be in a relationship with no
yeah.
deal breaker?
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into the hair crown of the week first.
Yeah, the hair crown.
So this week is Eva Marcel. She had
She looks super cute.
yes, blonde, like that platinum blonde that I love, that one day I'm going to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Not
That's so
that
cute.
short, but just, like
But I
that.
think that if you go platinum blonde like that, like the short is the way to do it.
Right, because, yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy.
It's really easy to do
Right.
it, especially when it's short. And less damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she looked fly. She always looked fly.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
She looks super cute.
Yeah.
We love it.
Shout out to her. All right, so let's get into it. Hair topic. Damn if you do, damn if you don't do my daughter's hair.
Now, what sparked this conversation? We saw a video online, right?
No, I mean, I think we always wanted to talk about this.
Oh, that's right, right.
We
did
always-
talk about it in the salon a couple of times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so would you let your man's wife or significant others do the daughter's hair?
So, me right now, today, Soy, it depends.
No. Let's talk about back in the day, Soy. Like,
Well, back in
ratchet ass. No, I'm sorry. Nah, Soy's never been a ratchet, guys. But, like, let's, back in the day.
But like, I think that, I mean, back in the day, I guess like you know what? It all depends on the relationship. I feel like today, I wouldn't really care, you know, because I'm all about having like healthy co-parent relationships.
Right.
So hopefully everyone is mature enough that we could, that we have respect for each other.
Right.
And that we would, like if she wanted to do my child's hair, that she would have much respect for me. She knows I'm a hairstylist and be like, hey, can I do so-and-so's hair?
Right.
What do you think about that?
Right.
But back in the day, I think, I had a situation where it was like we were, it was very toxic relationships
Right.
on all parts. So we would all just be spiteful to each other. And, people, she knew that I was a hairstylist. So she
Right.
would purposely like, do little shit to take down my child's hair or say it's not done. You know what I mean? Just to be spiteful.
Right.
But it's because everybody was toxic in the
Right.
relationship and we were all just throwing darts at each other.
Right.
And I feel like that happens a lot. You know?
In relationships where it's just plain old toxic.
So what about you?
Well, I mean, I don't have a daughter, right? So in this case, like with my significant other at that
but
time.
what if your significant other has a...
I mean, I'm all for doing somebody's hair, right? When it comes to a significant other, right? Because I do hair. But like there was a time where the girl she was just like, don't do my daughter's hair. Like she had slept over and she was like, oh, it was too tight. Don't do my daughter's hair.
Right.
Like to me, it could have been approached different because number one, you shouldn't want your daughter going outside with her hair messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's more so like, hey, I appreciate that, Dayra did her hair. Can she not do it as tight next time? You know what I'm saying? But there's always some,
I mean, but did you
motive.
ask?
I did what my significant other asked.
Right, because he's a parent too.
Right. So it's like a no-brainer. Like at the end of the day,
see
she's
what
going
you're
to
saying.
school.
Right.
She slept over the next,
And she's in her father's care, so it's
Right.
like
I don't need to ask her. Like, I did what her father asked me to do.
Right. That's the other side of it. You know what I mean? Because I guess, if the children are in the father's care, then why not
Right.
do the hair? But, I mean, people are shady, and some people, try to throw darts. And it just, like I said, it just depends on the relationship of everyone involved.
Right.
But,
to me, it's just like, there's always some, like, hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to certain things like that, it's just like you feel like uncomfortable. Like now, if I was in your shoes and I had a daughter, like, I would feel some type of way. I would feel some type of way because at the end of the day, like, I'm a hairstylist. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but also, like, I would understand, like, like, hey, my child slept over there. Mm-hmm. It's not that deep, because she even told the child, and she was like, tell Dayra, like, and she came to me, she was like, yo, don't, my mother said you can't touch my hair. and to me, that's like, okay.
Right.
I felt some type of way. I'm not going to lie, because at the end of the day, like, I'm just doing y'all a favor.
Right. You just trying to help out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help out. And I don't come from there's no bad blood. There's no, like, nothing.
Yeah.
So I didn't come, like, her hair looked really cute.
Yeah.
She just mad because I braided better than her.
Oh, see, look at the shade. Look at that shade. See what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
I mean, and then, her mother doesn't do hair. See, me, it was like, I'm a fucking stylist. Like, you playing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then the thing is, like, okay, so what is done?
Well, for her.
Let's talk about what's done.
What's done, because she was like that. It
doesn't look done. Like, what's your definition of don't look done? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because, I mean, the world made a whole big deal about Blue Ivy and her hair not looking done.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like even deeper than that. You know what I mean? Like, so what? Like, so what? Blue Ivy's hair didn't look done? Just because it's probably a certain texture, and the world was saying, "Oh, Beyonce didn't do her hair because it wasn't. It's not." I feel like the reason why people were saying that it wasn't done is because it's of a certain texture.
Right.
And we have that mentality.
But what is done?
That's what I'm saying. Done could be wearing your fucking fro.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if it's 4C fro, then my hair is done. It don't have to be. The curl doesn't have to be manipulated to be done. But people made a big deal. Now, if you had, like, Kim Kardashian's daughter who has a little bit looser curl and her hair was all over her head, then I feel like people wouldn't say anything about her, saying that her hair needs to be done.
I think people would come for her.
I didn't. No. They didn't. They haven't. No one was outraged about North's hair, saying that her hair is not done.
Have you seen her hair not done?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what is done? Like, we have this thing in our community of, oh, her hair got to be done. Like, can I just wear my hair out? And if it's kinky or a tight curl.
Yeah, but, okay, so let's just say, like, let's just talk about Kim Kardashian's daughter, right? Like, if her hair is just out, she wakes up, bed hair, and she walks out, like, it's not going. It's gonna be like flat, Like, I gotta do stuff to my hair, right? And I have what do you call this? Like 3C,
right?
Hair 3C, 3B, whatever. And I gotta play around with it, And
right.
For some people, this may be just like a fro,
Yeah.
But my hair's done. Ew.
I mean, the world was giving Beyonce's daughter the blues. Because
but that's
they were
also
saying that her hair wasn't done, and I feel like it was because of her texture. I really do.
Yeah,
like, I really feel like it was
too.
her texture. Like, if Beyonce probably would have, if Blue Ivy's hair would have been in like braids and fucking beads on the end and all this other kind of stuff that categorizes hair being done, then people wouldn't have said anything. But because she let her baby just go free and put a little headband on and just, everybody was like, oh, her hair's not done. So to me, like, the definition of hair being done is a thing in our community.
Yeah.
So when my child goes over to they father house, and if he has a significant other, I'm so glad that they're grown right now. But, like, she could be like, oh, well, her hair is not done, and let me do it. So what if
okay, so we have, I want to say this, right? So let's say, like, we have a client, right? Mm-hmm. And she's married, and and she brings her husband's daughter to the salon, and sometimes it's not obviously done,
Right.
Right. And she ends like sometimes trimming her hair. Like, what if that happens? Like,
I would be pissed the fuck off.
Right.
I would. I mean, only because I'm a hairstylist, though. You know what I'm saying?
But what if you weren't a hairstylist?
If I wasn't a hairstylist, and it just goes, back to, I think, the relationship that the adults have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everybody should be on one accord.
It's just certain shit you shouldn't do.
You shouldn't, but the baby hair do be like it
I
needs
know.
like
Yeah.
it does, like it needs to be trimmed and stuff like that. Obviously, the mother's probably not, she's not taking care of the hair,
Right,
or whatever. But then again, it's kind of wrong that she's going behind the mother's back and being like, look, I'm a,
right.
But I mean, she's looking at the benefit of the child too. So it's just a tough thing. I feel like the real issue is the adults need to be on one accord.
Right.
And stop having like toxic relationships,
right,
and co-parent together.
Right, together. And that's what I think that's what it's all about. Like co-parenting and just like, hey, do you mind if, such and such does her hair? Like she's sleeping over tonight. Like I'm just give you the heads up, like such and such is doing her hair. Right.
Do you mind?
Do you mind? Because at the end of the day, like I honestly don't want my daughter walking outside like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want my daughter walking, like if I have a daughter, I really don't want my child, if she's going to school, to have fucked up hair.
Yeah, I understand.
You would feel some type of way, even if you was a hairstylist and you haven't done nothing to none of your daughter's hair.
Of course, like I know if I feel like it needs to be done, and and they're over the father's house, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, girl, yeah, go ahead and do it. But if you trying to be spiteful and we all have this toxic relationship, and that I just did her hair, and then you're gonna go take it down and do something different just to be spiteful, that's a whole nother thing. Right. That's just like what happened in that video that everybody just posted the other day, or that was circling. Like, yeah, it was a video where the mother was cutting the baby's hair out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And because the father took the baby to get her hair braided, and the mother braids, and the mother was upset. And so she stood on the sidewalk and cut the baby hair off. The baby was crying. It was just a bunch of like toxic stuff going on in the video.
But I think obviously, like we said, like it's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's deeper.
It's always like the father was clearly...
He was trying to be spiteful.
He was being spiteful, right?
By going to take the baby to get her hair done.
Not only that, but he picked up the girl, the baby, from school, because he said it in his thing. Like, he was like, I picked up from school because her mom don't let me see the kids, and he took the boys to go get a haircut.
Back shit.
And then he took her, sat there for 2 hours and got her hair done, and yeah, like you saw her, like once, I guess, she picked up her children or whatever, like she was cutting, like, all that. That shit was crazy.
That was bad, because I mean, at the end of the day, you got to think of the child. The child's being traumatized, right? Rashad, what you think? You a man. What would you do if that happened to you? If you was in a, we got an engineer here. He's a man.
So we need his male.
That child will never ever like forget that moment ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, she's never gonna forget that. If you look at the boy who had his fingers in his mouth, he's just staring at them like
yeah,
what's going on? Like,
right.
No, that wasn't a good thing at all.
Yeah.
And I think the main point is just her cutting the hair over anything.
Yeah, I think that was extreme.
Money to get to her hair done, I'm sure, but he should have been able to get her hair done.
Yeah.
That'd be a problem. For you to cut her hair?
No, the cutting of the hair was extreme. Like, I don't agree with that at all.
That was extreme.
Right? But I feel like it comes from, like, the whole her being mad is other shit.
It's all of them, though.
Yeah,
because
it's the father, it's the mother.
Father too, because the father probably knows clearly that the mother was like, "Don't take my babies to the African. They braid too tight." Yada yada yada.
We don't know that. We don't know.
I'm just saying. Okay, this is what. But I'm just didn't we? I think we read something like that, right? Didn't she say that? Yeah, she said that. The mother said, "Okay, we don't know that." We don't know that he asked her. If he, if she said to him, don't do that. But let's assume that she did. And he was still being spiteful.
Right.
You know what I mean? But her reaction was wrong.
Right.
Definitely.
I agree.
Yeah, because that's traumatizing. That baby was in the street crying.
Yeah.
She getting hurt.
She won't ever forget that moment in her life.
Right.
And it went viral, so
Yeah.
she can always go back.
And be like, my parents was on the ground wilding.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like, to me, it's like, it's wrong. Like, that shit was just,
Yeah.
And I said, like, it's always deeper than just hair. It's more, at the end of the day, we got to come together as, adults when it comes to children and handle that shit on the side, because at the end of the day, the kid ain't got nothing to do. The kid didn't ask to be here.
Nope.
So they shouldn't have to, like, go through, like, the shit that adults, have against each other. It's more so, like, let's figure this shit out. Let's
rise above our stuff. I mean, but it takes a certain maturity to do that too,
Right, but, that's what we got to do sometimes,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to kids. That's why there's so much trauma out here. And when the baby is fucking 20-something years old and won't ever go to get her hair braided because she's just traumatized now at this point. You know?
Right.
Won't ever go to a hairstylist, because she's traumatized because of her mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's wrong.
Her energy, though, cutting the hair.
Yeah.
It wasn't like there was nothing good about that. Like, I can't even just scoop that under the rug that she cut her hair. Like, it was her energy while she did it. She didn't care that the curl was crying.
She didn't
care about what was it being outside. She didn't care about any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his voice was just so calm. I just don't believe that it's the flip and he violates all the time and it's the one time he went to got a hair done. I don't believe it.
Right.
I believe that he's a mild-mannered dude who probably has, a situation where, they don't agree with each other. We're all assuming. Assuming. But you have to just take into account the video. And, that woman has she got some real hate towards him.
Yeah.
And from, I don't know. That wasn't the first time that something like that
It has happened. Definitely not. Like, I'm sure they go through their own, their shit. Like, they both, like, if you read the messages like that, like he wrote and then she wrote.
I didn't even read that. I read a few of the clips, but I watched the video and it was just.
Yeah. But the stuff that they were writing on, like, it was just, I'm going to say, it's just, like, ghetto as fuck.
Yeah.
Ghetto as fuck, yo. On another level.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff to deal with, And both of them, that's what I'm saying. It's just a lot of toxic behavior in that relationship. And I'm sure they doing little spiteful stuff to each other.
Right.
To make each other upset.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Tell him, Soy.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. I get it.
All right, well.
So
Soy 2020, you would allow somebody.
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, I feel like, of course, like, my life is so crazy and busy now. Like, shit, I barely have time to do my goddamn hair. So, like, I mean, look, I'm all about it. Like, come on into the family, help out. Like, come on,
right.
We can all be, like, look.
We're going to
all work this shit on out.
We're going to do it together.
We're going to do it together. Please come in and help blend it. I love it. Like,
we're going to be a happy family together.
Girl, you cooking? What you cooking over there?
Exactly.
Like,
I'm coming over. I'm picking up the kids.
Right.
Can I eat too?
Right.
I'm saying.
I don't got time in 2020. Come on and help.
Can I
Village
eat?
mentality.
At
this point. Like,
it has to be sometimes like that.
Yeah, but I mean, back in the day, it was a different type of soy. But now I'm all about it.
You're all about, like.
I'm all about it.
I know.
Now you're all about it.
I'm all about it, boo. Come on in. Come on in. Go shopping with them. Do their hair.
Right.
All of that. I need the help.
Right.
Who coming? Who gonna help? Come on. Who gonna help? We need some help.
Send the resumes.
Right. Send the resume. Shoot.
All right. Well. Yep. Let's get into slipped into the DMs. We have Candace Cosby from Atlanta, and she's asking if my hair is already splitting up the hair shaft, is the only remedy to cut it.
Yeah. That's the only remedy. And stopping the hair practices, the hair practices that has been causing it to split up the hair shaft. Because there's something that you're doing at home, or like braids or something that's going on that's causing the hair to split up the hair shaft.
Right. Like there's certain things that are being done at the house, like even from, combing out your hair, like, untangling it too hard and manipulating it a certain way, to even like a ponytail. Like, certain people don't realize that, doing the same ponytail in the back is like,
can break off your hair. It can even relax your hair and make it a little bit straighter and change the texture of the hair if you always wearing ponytails. So there's certain hair practices that you're doing that's causing that split. Yeah. But the only way to cut it out is, do a bunch of the only way to get rid of it is to cut it out.
Because you're always going to get split ends.
Yeah.
Right?
But it shouldn't be going all the way up the hair shaft.
So like there's something that you're doing. Like,
yeah.
Especially, we see that in a lot of younger girls now, where it's just like,
yeah, because they watching all these videos and they want to do the swirls and the ponytails and all the little stuff that the Instagram girls are doing.
Swirl baby hair.
Yeah, swirl the baby hairs and all this stuff, and putting wax and gel and just all junking up their hair with all this stuff. And it's like, okay, but at the end of the day, you tearing up your hair.
Yeah.
And then when you come into the salon and we see all of that, we're like,
what is going on?
And eventually, yeah, you're just gonna have to.
And they looking at you like, why are you cutting so much hair off?
Crazy,
right? No, for real. Like that's the real that's a whole topic of why you cutting all of my hair off? Like.
And a lot of times it's not even the perimeter. It's in the interior of the hair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the perimeter is not even actually growing. Like it's not even retaining the length. It's the inside of the hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's get into the whatever portion.
Yeah.
What's the whatever portion, Soy?
Can you be in a relationship with no deal breakers?
Can you be in a relationship
I'm going to ask you first. You're always asking me first.
That's my job.
Can you?
I'm
Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Hell to the no. But that's just me, right?
Explain what you mean by deal breakers.
Well, okay, so deal breakers like if somebody cheats, or
somebody smokes, or what's your deal breaker in a relationship? Or can you overcome a deal breaker?
Gotcha.
Can you, Soy?
So me, 2020 Soy, I feel like I can at this point in my life. Well, you know what? I do have a little. I have some deal breakers.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you can't be broke. That's one. What else is my deal breaker? That's pretty much you can't be broke, and you can't be broke, and you can't be motherfucking broke. That's a huge deal breaker.
How about bad sex? You deal with bad sex, but
if he has millions, that sounds so bad.
Terrible, if you ask me.
That can be fixed, right?
No.
That could be fixed. I feel like that could be fixed.
Listen,
you can work on that.
Bad sex can never be fixed.
You could work on that.
Bad sex can never be. He ain't got it in him.
I feel like that could be worked out.
But what if it's
we can go to Karma Sutra camps and
but what if it's tiny?
Yeah. That might be a deal breaker.
So that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
So
I have some deal breakers.
I feel like there's nobody in the world that doesn't have deal breakers.
Will Smith said he don't got no deal breakers for Jada.
But that's Will Smith. Will Smith got, they're just I ain't gonna say it, but
he said that Jada can do anything right now, and he don't have no deal breakers. There's nothing that she can do that he would leave at this point.
And I get it. I just feel like once you get into a certain to a certain age, right? Like Soy, prime example, right?
You see the shade, certain age. You see that, right?
I'm just saying, we have a lot of
life experience,
right? Clients, even I hear them speaking, and it's even what I would deal with before, it's just different in life. I just feel like we're humans, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's a human being. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does certain shit. like at the end of the day, we're in this world, you know, it's a journey, like, to evolve, and we're gonna make mistakes, and that's how we learn in life. And so I think it's important, like, you know, you gotta forgive, you know, because you forgive your kids, you forgive a family member, like, you know, your parents, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, in a relationship, is like, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I feel like if a person cheats, it's never a reflection of you. It's a reflection of that person.
Yeah.
What that person is going through internally, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But some people, you know, like before, I feel like the old Soy, cheating was a deal breaker. But now the new Soy, cheating is not so much of a deal breaker.
The new Soy wants an open relationship.
2020 Soy, that's not really that serious. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not.
So what if the nigga had like a lot of money, a big peen, and was cheating on you?
My ideal. It just depends. Like,
you would share it. You would share, like, you would be alright.
I don't know. It just has to. The circumstances. Like, it depends on the circumstance. You know, like, you can't be out here being disrespectful and being like, you know, a dirty dick, and then you coming back to me. Like, it's just dangerous to do that.
Oh, no, it's dangerous.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if we have our little circle,
right,
then okay. But if, like, you out here just, like, disrespecting me and, you know, bringing, it just depends. Like, we would have to talk about it. Like, you can't just be out here doing your thing behind my back. And, you know, it needs to be, we have to
agree on it.
Exactly.
I can't deal with none of that shit. Don't ask me. I ain't the one, motherfucker.
Can you deal with deal breakers?
Like infidelity and stuff like that?
Man.
Dun, dun, dun,
that's a sensitive subject just because I'm newly married. You know, we haven't really had that conversation, but, you know, I pose things and crack jokes, and she's like, "Is that what you want?" And I'm like, "No." But other than that, you know, I don't know. We just got to be open. That's it. You just got to have a conversation with me and just tell me. That's it. That's all I expect. So I don't know. I don't think there are any deal breakers as long as we communicating.
Yeah.
That's my honest answer now.
That's the thing. That's your honest answer now until
the
situation actually
until some
Like, I think, like, everything in life is, you know, about learning, a learning experience. Like, like I said, what I would have done years ago.
So cheating is a deal breaker for you right now? Yeah.
Honestly, like, yeah, I believe it is a deal breaker. Like, I just feel like, you know, we have to kind of, like, it's just us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's nothing more.
So your Cancer self will leave if your man cheats on you.
But my Cancer self is all about, like, the union, the love, and all that stuff. So I would be devastated. I would be hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I also, like I said, it's never a reflection of me. It's always a reflection of that other person.
Okay, so is it a deal breaker? Would you?
So if you don't get off my motherfucking line,
is it a deal breaker though? Your ass will stay.
You said it right with that Cancer thing. You said it right because, you know, Cancers, we ain't going nowhere.
Thank you. Y'all could,
Sadly.
I mean, seriously, y'all could actually walk in there and see and be like, damn, you know what, baby? I wasn't even doing it like that. I see where he did it. I see, okay, I got you next time.
I don't know about that.
Nah, that's not, I don't know about all that.
Y'all Cancers will stay through anything.
I don't know about that one, but.
I disagree. I wouldn't stay through. To me, it's like, I do, like, endure a lot of, like, you know, whatever it is, because I'm just, like, all for love, and I, you know, like, I'm always seeing, like,
her ass ain't going nowhere.
Anyway, like I was saying, rudely interrupted. Like, I do see, like, you know, like, okay, well, if there's valid reasons. So men cheat for different reasons, not different reasons. It's never like, I guess it has to, it's different, right? Like,
like I said,
all right, so
her ass ain't going nowhere, okay? She gonna be like, well, you know what? All right, baby, I wasn't even doing. I understand why you.
No, that's a lie, y'all. That's a lie. I'm fucking leaving. No, I ain't gonna fucking cheat.
It gotta be something bad though. It gotta be something to where it's like.
And to me, I'll take it until the end, like until I can't no more. Like, cause when I'm fucking out, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing about me.
Uh-huh.
For real, Soy.
I know.
Whatever. Ask my motherfucking exes. I would have been with them now. Like, come on, like.
Okay.
Whatever.
That's
but
good.
you would stay regardless. You wouldn't even give a fuck if the nigga cheated.
I don't say if I would give a fuck. I would just be more hurt that he didn't communicate with me. You know what I mean? Or he was being disrespectful.
But you would stay because it's nothing to you.
I mean, of course. I mean, I feel like I might be a little hurt, but
like all of us. That's
not,
what I'm saying. So does that make you a Cancer?
But it's not something that's not a. I know going in it, that's not a huge deal breaker for me. You know what I mean? Like stepping out of a relationship is not a huge deal breaker because obviously we have stuff going on inside of our relationship that we need to work on if he's doing that, and I'm willing to work on that.
That's a very good way of looking at that.
Yeah. That's always a thing, right? Like, you know, people always go through certain, like, it depends on the person. It's never a reflection of you. It's a reflection of the other person.
Exactly.
And we all grow through certain shit. So the same thing I'm saying, you saying.
Yeah, I guess.
But you just saying in a different way.
I guess so.
So you a Cancer just like me.
I mean, that is my opposite sign. That's my resident. But you know what? I feel like, you know, our culture, too, just, like, encourages our certain reactions to certain things, too. You know, like
Like, what do you mean?
Like, for instance, like, you know, back to cheating, you know, like, we've seen movies where it's like, you know, if someone cheats, everybody's just so devastated, and you know, like we slashing tires, and what was the movie with Whitney Houston and them, like
Waiting to Exhale?
Right, we blowing up shit and burning down the house and slashing the tires and flicking the cigarettes and stuff. Like, we doing all of that, you know, after somebody does that, and it's just like, okay, really, that's not a healthy reaction to have towards that. That's, you know,
it ain't right, obviously.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, everybody, you know, emotion. You can be emotional, but emotions change. You know, jealousy is just an emotion.
It's just a feeling.
It's a feeling, and
go ahead and say it. It's just a feeling.
Manageable, right? So, like, you, instead of just reacting and being in your feelings and just like letting jealousy get the best of you, I feel like you need to dive in and to see what was going on. Like, why did that man do that, you know?
Right.
Like, what's going on with us? What's going on with him?
And then you just got to make sure that, you know, if people are going to do that, then they have to make sure they're being safe, you know, with the other person.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I really worry about.
Like, yeah.
Like having sex with someone else and being safe?
Yeah.
No. Like, no.
Right.
Like, it sounds stupid when you like, you cheated? Did you wear, you know, that sounds stupid.
No,
but
but it's true. But it's
like,
true.
It's
but it, to me,
you need to go even get papers now.
Listen, but to me, is even like, it's the exchange of energy. Like that, like you're bringing that to me. Yeah. Like, old Dayra probably would have never thought about that. But like me now, like, it's just like, I don't want you or a man just sleeping from one person. And like, it's just too much. Like, you have that energy within yourself and you don't even know that. So like women who are like, or men who are sleeping from one, you know, from different women, like they carry that shit and they wonder why the fuck they fucked up and their day is going, you know, like they can't focus or some shit. Like it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And people don't believe in energy.
I agree.
And to me it's like, first of all, you exchanging fluids because you didn't wear a condom, you know? Second of all, you exchanging, you know, energy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, well, however you wanna, like first or second, you know. And I'm just not with it, you know. So that is a deal breaker for me, you know. Like in the sense, like I would be devastated and hurt.
Yeah.
And so would you.
I would definitely, but that's not like, I'm not gonna, I feel like I won't end the relationship because of it. I mean, 2020 Soy.
Like
because I would want to know what was going on, like what's going on with you. Like I would want to, especially if I really care about you and really like love you and want us to work, I would want to know what's going on that's making you do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
that's just me. I mean,
yeah, so it may change later on in life.
I might change. I don't know.
So,
yeah.
But also, like, I feel like now with the like Generation Z. Like I feel like also like it's a microwave kind of environment, like where women are not taking as much shit and like onto the next,
like flexible.
Well, onto the next, like they not flexible, because that's not being flexible. It's just like, okay, well, real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. And then they like, they don't stay.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I do agree. And I feel like, it's the sign of the times too, because like a lot of women are doing their thing and they don't really have to put up with that bullshit no more. Not if they don't want to.
Yeah, but I feel like men also have to deal with our bullshit.
Yeah, they do.
Like the same way that, certain men gotta fix their issues. I feel like us women have issues to fix. Like just as a whole, like everyone, in life. So it's not just about women being more independent. Like I feel like also a woman needs to be more feminine and,
Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga.
Do you agree?
Hey, I don't. The younger kids, they I don't really know how they date, because my brother's a little different. He doesn't really say much about what he's doing. He has a girl that he's seeing, but I don't really understand what they do. I just know more so, they move faster than I did, and I'm not that much older than them.
Right.
They make me feel old, because they just, even with jobs and things, people that are 22, 23, they just quit places and quit, move here.
They sure do.
I'm not going to do this
they
opportunity.
Not anything.
Not to anything. So a relationship at that, I don't know. Yeah, that's
they want
tough
some
for
season
them.
shit. Like,
Seriously.
yeah, he was winter.
Like, have no
and now it's spring.
Has no idea about trying to work, putting in work if you want something to work. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even, as far as even with jobs, that's the main thing I'm thinking of. Relationships, I don't really know, but just with professionally, they
on to the next.
On to the next, not even knowing that it takes some time for you to actually build some things.
Right.
So.
And that's with anything, worthwhile to me in life, that you have to, plant a seed and water it and see it grow.
Oh, so you stay. You'll stay.
Yeah. I said I would. Like, I mean, there's few deal breakers. Like, there's few deal breakers for me.
What are they?
Like I said, like broke. You can't be broke.
I thought you was going to say something different. I thought we got to it. Okay.
Got to it, right? Can't be broke.
Can't be broke. You can't be broke.
That's it.
No. I mean,
What if he smoked cigarettes?
No, but I feel like that's something that, you could change.
There's people that never stop smoking.
Smoke cigars.
Ugh. He
got
cigars. Like cigar breath.
Or what if he had like bad breath?
Nah, see, yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Or bad teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I do have my like preferences. I don't think that's like a deal breaker though. I think those are like preferences. Like I don't want you to have, like I need you to scrape your tongue, scrape all that white shit off your tongue, not with the toothbrush but with the actual tongue scraper. And like, like I have certain preferences, but as far as like deal breakers, I see more deal breakers like you doing something that if you were to do something I can recover from.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see next week.
Y'all drop us a line and tell us if y'all have some deal breakers. We want to know. We want to hear from y'all.
Yeah, I have a lot of deal breakers. But like I say, like, I'm flexible too. The Cancer in me is flexible.
You're real flexible.
I'm just saying, like, so like, I feel like you're trying to play me.
I'm not. I promise. I'm not.
Whatever.
All right, you guys.
All right, well, let's get into we calling you out. And let's end this. So we calling you out.
Speaking of
edges.
Y'all can kind of tell that we have a thing about like the swirly edges, right?
Yeah.
We always be kind of.
So this girl,
I I wonder if that's on her service menu. Like, does she have a service called
Swirly Edges?
Swirly Edges, or
like she put
and it's not even baby hair. It's like she actually
it's adult hair.
Parted the hair up here
and brought
all of that. Like she parted,
like she brought this down. Guys, yo, for real? Nah, I'm gonna say this shit. Yo, this is not motherfucking baby hair. Like, we're not doing this. This is not.
But they do
I
it.
can't even see it, but like this is way too much. If you combing this down,
I mean, she actually parting this shit, like,
right? She parting it
like this right here.
Yeah,
she parting that.
Guys, that is not baby hair. You should not be manipulating that hair. Like, let it be. Like, let it, do. Shit, where your afro, guys? Let's bring it back to like
fuzzy edges.
No, to the afro days where you just let your hair be free and just do its thing. Where you like I have all my edges because I never fuck with my edges.
Right.
Like you have, like this is way too much, guys. Like she's like, this is not even like.
I wonder.
This
I really
is
do
not.
wonder if it's on the service.
This is not even baby hair, right? And she's doing finger waves.
That's
listen, what it is.
The talent is definitely there. You have the talent,
nigga. It's finger waves.
We just.
How would you feel? How would you feel about this if your wife had edges like that?
Yeah, no. Ain't happening, Captain.
I mean, the woman is talented, right?
With the comb and all
right,
that.
like she definitely has skills, but it's just we feel like it's just way too much. I mean, but hey, we just two girls with an opinion. But
we just work here,
right? But
and whatever,
right? But yeah, it's just way too much.
So we calling you out.
Yeah, we calling you out.
It's stop doing the most. Like
it's just way too much.
Stop doing that shit.
But hey, I mean, live your best life.
So, Soy, what's your hair quote for this week?
Our hair quote is shampoo your hair, sis. Just shampoo the hair. Shampoo your hair.
What?
It's not a crime.
People not shampooing their hair?
They not doing it enough. They're not doing it enough. No, we don't have time to be sitting there shampooing your hair 5 times in the shampoo bowl. Just shampoo your hair frequently, please, ladies. Please, we begging you. The healthy hair care stylists are begging you to shampoo your hair.
That's all. That's all, folks.
That's all.
Check
us out where they can find us.
Everywhere,
all platforms.
Every motherfucking where.
All platforms. Slip into our DMs if you have any questions. Tell us what you think. Tell us if we talking shit or not. All of that good stuff.
Nah, y'all motherfuckers beat the fuck out. Like, if y'all don't want to listen.
Tell them how you really feel.
Tell them why you mad.
Yeah, but check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iHeart.
All the hot shit.
All the platforms where you listen to podcasts. Thank you, and we out here. Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light.